Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we are back in Khagâmi. Yeah, we need to defeat some of the Shurug-nin and meet with Rhadrog outside the Orthakai camp. So this is like what, the third time we are coming to this place. I'm not looking forward to it because the Utugi, but well, we'll see. We'll see how we do against them. Hopefully something simple, but we'll see. And after this, well, who knows if we will get more quests after this, but then ideally we would be advancing with our other portions of the main story. We still need to complete a couple more quests to be able to advance this chapter. We'll see. By the way, I did get the crafted carving. It was still better than the one that I had. Maybe not by much, but again, every little bit helps at this point. We saw those Utugi hitting for quite a lot, so yeah.
You're here. Good.
I did a little scouting and it looks like the Utugi are the ones watching over the prisoners. I think it's safe to assume that the Utugi Gallows are the ones who will have the keys to the cages. You'll have to defeat them to find the keys. When you free the captives, send them in my direction and I will get them safely out of the camp. Meet us back here when you are done and we will bring them with us to Gadim-ûn. Fighting the Utugi. Why am I not surprised? Okay, or the High Bane of Ansheru. Cool. I mean, just 50 of them, but still cool. And 100. Oh, that's exactly what I didn't want. Oh, come on. Okay, so no keys. Jesus Christ, yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to avoid. It's a close one maybe, but I think we did just fine. As long as we don't continue attracting more unwanted attention, I think we should be fine. Please tell me you're the one who has the keys. No, please. Well-preserved desert artifact. Oh, okay. Alright. Just so that I can get that artifact, I'm gonna fight this Devastator, even though it seems he's not the one I need for the keys, but hopefully this will be quick. I mean, I still need to press on deeper into the camp, so don't see how can I do that without fighting this guy. There doesn't seem to be a way for me to avoid him in any way. Iterator. Oh, come on. Oh, for Christ's sake. Still no keys. I mean, maybe that Gowler would have it, but... Oh, Christ. Come on. All right. I don't like the look of this. Literator, lookout. Gowler, okay. You have discovered Amudur, alright. Oh, come on. Found a set of keys at long last. Now, opening those, it's gonna be a whole different story, I believe, but... Gonna... Yep. Ah, come on. Well, at least now there's two of us fighting these guys, so hopefully that's gonna decrease the number of enemies, especially with Tugi, that I would need to fight to free all these prisoners. Run while you can. Well, I still can't. Still need to... He has a long range for aggro. You're a lifesaver. Yeah, please run. Seems like it's gonna be more Tugi over here, but yeah, I couldn't resist. I mean, I know I already have a picture pretty similar to this, but I think this angle looks so much better. Is this real life? You don't mind, as long as I can reuse this cage and still get credit for it, well. Down they go. Wow, and a obliterate. Oh, come on. Come on. If we're gonna fight these guys, I don't mind lending a hand. Get me out of here. And again, if you don't mind me taking credit for this one as well. That's 4 out of 5. And hopefully there will be another cage somewhere around here. The map picked the worst possible time to bug on me. Best. Artifact, another chest. I mean, it's a place. I mean, a portion of the camp I already been in. Maybe across this bridge. I hope. Alright, and before the Tugi came back. But no cage over here. This is a friggin' shame. For God's sake. Yeah, the absolute worst moment, or just when I need the last cage. I wonder if... Yeah, there we go. Well, at least this is easy to fix, now that I know how. Oh, come on, it's telling me here, but there's nothing here. Oh, for God's sake, I swear. Die, all of you, and leave me alone. I don't want to fight him. Yeah, it seems... We will find the last cage in here. Yeah. He's got a... Figure all these people out. God. Where's my brother? I don't know. Wish I could tell you more. I wonder if we try and... Nothing in here? That's a little disappointing, considering how well guarded this place is. Ah, it keeps going up. What will we find up here, I wonder? And other than a huge wall, but there doesn't seem to be more in here. Ah, this thing keeps going up. I'm really curious now. I mean, we have gone so far to turn around now. I mean, maybe there's nothing, but I don't think they will place a path in here if there's nothing to see. Maybe just the view would be worth it on its own. No, but this continues on and on. You can't even see Khagâmi anymore. Alright, yeah. Can we enter? Oh, we can enter. It seems we are getting a little ahead of ourselves. Kôth Rau. There's gonna be something in here, so... Ah, Shadow Treasure Cache, finally. I was starting to worry. And the last Sulok that we need. Come over here. Your calling of some of the Sulok-nin Sheru has made it easier for the others to survive in this harsh wasteland, while also making the nearby road a little safer for travelers. Right. Now we just gotta make our way back to Rhadrog without dying. At least when we need to come here, I know I can hopefully just run straight for it, ignore everyone, and cross the portal. And hopefully, hopefully that works. Hopefully this is not one of those portals where you need to be out of combat to use it. But for the time being, we really don't need to worry about these guys. We can just go down without attracting too much attention. I think we can also make the run for it. And be safe. I mean, I wouldn't worry about some of these regular enemies. The archers can be a pain. The Utugi can also be a pain. The champions, the Dolos, those that stun you. Stuns are not... Stuns are not good in this kind of situations, but... we seem to be doing fine. Have Rhadrog with the prisoners. So I would call this a success. Rescue mission accomplished. Hopefully everyone is fine. Well done, Beriathan. Let us make haste. As I thought. Back in Gadim-ûn, a free port. Honestly, I don't mind.
I cannot believe it! Taglo leaves!
I can never thank you enough, Beriathan. Truth be told, we only knew one another briefly, but thinking that I alone survived the attack was a heavy burden to carry. I still mourned for the others that did not make it, but Taglo being here is a miracle. And where is this Taglo? Taglo? He is not here. Looks like he should. Let's see if a loading screen will somehow fix this. You take care, guys. I really need to take care of other things myself. I trust you can handle a single one of those guys. No! Is this a bug? This is... Let me double check. Hey. Okay, there is a bug, but thankfully this doesn't prevent advancing the quest, although it friggin' sucks that I cannot get a picture of Khagâmi and Taklu reunited, but whatever. So, was just double checking on the forums what you can do if you get this bug that
Riches chase you, friend.
supposedly would be fixed in a future game update. I mean, as of the time of recording, we still have not gotten an update for 6.1 that I can remember, but you would think something like this would have awarded like a quick fix or whatever. Anyway, what you can do is go back to where Rhadrog was, outside the camp. So for the 4th time over, we're going there, and you can talk with Taklu over there. But in reality, you are supposed to talk with her at the camp. What is the criteria for this bug to happen on you? I wonder. What did I do unknowingly that would have caused this bug? Is the big question. Golden barrel, great. At least there is something good for coming back here again, so. Well, there he is, without Rhadrog. That sucks.
I owe you my life, and I could never repay you.
I thank you with all of my heart. I have a daughter in Zhenzâmin, and all I could think about inside that cage was that I would not get to see her grow up. You ask him what Yutugi and Ordakai were doing with captives, torturing us, asking us questions to which everyone knows the answer. What cities are the largest, who rules where, that sort of thing. I told the truth, there is no reason not to, but Rhagdakul, the elder orc leader, accused me of misleading them, and the torturers continued their horrific acts. The most unfortunate of the prisoners are brought up the pass and inside the mountain. They do not come out. Rumor has it they only come out in pieces. It is Umbatha enjoying her playings, we were told. I don't know what they were interested in other than our suffering. I am sorry that I cannot tell you more. And now the prisoner's port. Okay. At least I will get my picture after everything. So I mean, I can see now why this didn't get a quick fix. It's a little annoying, but not game-breaking by any means. And if you're fortunate enough to have the milestone where you are supposed to have it, then okay. But it's still not here. This is a mess, but by the time I do this with another character, I will get to see how this was originally, what this is supposed to do. I'm most glad we were able to get those people out of there. This Umbatha sounds just as dreadful as Navatino described her. Thank you, Beriathan, for your role in this. It seems that you have saved these people from a fate worse than death. The leaders at Kôth Rau will need to be dealt with eventually, but we can only wait to see what tomorrow brings. I suggest waiting until the time is right, and in the meantime you can maybe help Khagâmi with her quest to find the home of the Temámir and Shurug. Alright.
When you are ready to leave this place, you and Khagâmi are invited to visit Jiret-menesh.
It is unlikely that you will be allowed inside the mountain, but many of us have been enjoying the fresh air outdoors and there is still much to see and do above ground. It is to the west atop a mountain men of the past once called the Shinwall. If you do not mind, I would like to walk with Khagâmi to discuss trade and politics. You may travel on ahead and we will follow behind you. Well, at least I can go to Jiret-menesh now, it seems. Can remove this one, and yes. Okay, so gotta go back to Khagâmi.
Coin, fire, and comfort find you, outsider.
And you too, my good man. Alright, so we have the vector to Jiret-menesh now. That takes care of that. So I think we can advance the main story a little bit. We need to explore, well, we need to meet with Ulishar to the west, well, with everyone to the west, but at some point the main quest will have to take us to Jiret-menesh, right? I think I seem to remember they spoke about that. We will be talking with more Temámir, and who knows, maybe we can at long last get an answer as to what was Tolkien hiding in Gondor, because I have not forgotten about that. Ulishar, where are you, buddy? Ah, you're gonna be up. Oh. The geography in this area is a pain to traverse. It's really pretty to look at, despite it just being a bunch of rocks, but Ulishar stands beside a dry riverbed. Ah, it's a riverbed. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, now that you mention it, the river in Kutzagin. Ah, the river Usal. Yeah, it's coming back now. Okay, makes sense.
This is where the Ordachai seized me. I have not returned here since I escaped from Emax-Dûn.
With the help of Terekar's travelers. I remember standing on the bank of the dry riverbed, imagining that I could hear the rushing of the water that once flowed within. So vivid was the fantasy I could almost see the torrent. But it was not so, and I felt rough hands upon me, breaking me from my reverie. The Usal remained dry. I learned later the soldiers had not sought a quinta in particular, but the nobility of Rhadrog valued my kind for captives. I was treated no better than any others, but they enjoyed the sight of my labors. Ulishar shakes his head, banishing the painful memory. Will you cross the riverbed with me, my friend? I find the weight of these last few steps to be almost unbearable. I see a place to climb out of the channel just to the northwest. Well, your eyesight's better than mine, because Ulishar follows you across the riverbed, breathing deeply as he arrives. Those last few steps were the most difficult of all, but with your help I have taken them. I have now crossed west of the Usal for a good purpose and not in captivity. Those memories will never be entirely banished, but no longer will they control my steps. I thank you for that, Beriathan. I am now unafraid to continue on, even to Emax-Dûn itself. I will do this for you and for the memory of my slain brother Harad. Alrighty, so that takes care of Ulishar. Now we need to meet with Rahazi and Zhenzâmin. Good. Still a little bumped. about the bug with Taklu, to be honest, but gotta move on. I'll forget about it as soon as I close this browser window with the explanation on the forums. At least there was a relatively easy fix for that, so I don't know who first discussed this, but the page I'm looking at, the answer was provided by MVP SSG, LOTRO content designer, so thank you very much for the information. Hopefully the update will get here quickly. I imagine there are many other bugs that need fixing as well. To be honest, I imagine that by the time I would have gotten to this place, the update would already be out. As of the time of recording this, it's still not, and we still have not gotten like a release window. There's been plenty of full rotor test rounds, but not nothing concrete yet. Oh, reach deposit. You're gonna... Okay, I will. And this place is fantastic to farm the ore. The only way this could be better if this was the initial area and you could outlevel some of the mobs after hitting level cap, but that's not the case this time around. Anyway, Zhenzâmin and Kishâtal. Narak Baloyar. Zhenzâmin raises his hand in greeting.
Before we make our way to Jiret-menesh, we should speak with this man, Gadim-ûn.
Jiret-menesh, the settlement of the Temámir and Renewed is to the north. But before we make our way there, we should speak with this man, Gadim-ûn. He is a merchant, and he says the Temámir may not welcome us despite our authority to speak on behalf of Sharamizadi.
I told your companions what I would tell you, stranger. The Temámir may not receive you with open arms.
The relationship with men is strained. They blame some long ago war with the kingdom of Nisaka for that, claiming the men of that land tried to seize their mines. For all I know, that could be true, but that was centuries ago. What I do know is that I stopped first at the Kanak just over there, and one of the Temámir insulted me and waved me along. If the others of his people behave as does he, you might as well save yourselves the walking. They will just turn you away whether you were sent to them by a Shar, a Hul, or by any king or queen of men.
Gadim-ûn may be right, but I hope to prove him wrong. Let us speak with this Temámir.
He mentioned at the Kanak nearby. The name of the Shara may open doors for us that remain close to Gadim-ûn. Ah, okay, there he is. A Temámir dwarf with thunder in his eyes shouts at you to watch yourself.
Move along. There is nothing for you here.
Avati spits onto the ground and places a hand on the hilt of his sword. The sooner you return to the road and depart, the better it will be for all of you. Go now and return not.
This insult cannot be allowed to stand. How dare this dwarf speak so to the emissaries of Renewed Hamât?
Zhenzâmin shakes with fury, but before drawing his blade he draws along, calming Beriathan instead, visibly settling his rage. The insulting manner of this Temámir has no bearing upon our mission, Beriathan. He is not the leader of Jiret-menesh, and he has no authority to trade with us. We speak with the voice of Sharamizadi. He rules only this Kanak, and perhaps not even that. We continue northward to Jiret-menesh. It would seem that Gadim-ûn was correct about the relationship between dwarves and men in Ansheru. A little, but that's also a little bit weird because... Oh, for God, I forgot the name of the other dwarf at Gadim-ûn, but basically when we met him, he said Jiret-menesh wants to reopen trade with me and he is inviting us there, so something is not adding up for me. But now that we're here, I'm just gonna take the time to check in with Rahazi, see what she needs, and I guess that means we'll need to leave Jiret-menesh for the next one, because I don't think we have enough time for both today. God knows what Rahazi is gonna have us do. This looks like tomb. But it also looks really similar to the dwarven architecture in Gundabad. Rahazi stands beside the road gazing to the south.
That is the way to what had once been the mines of Lakindar, where Shurug-nin toiled.
She was of no royal line and her family had not been part of any upper caste in the kingdom of Mêshaget, but she possessed exceptional strength and courage. When her brothers perished in the mines, she led a revolt against her oppressors. That was not so unusual in those days, but what is surprising is that she succeeded. The freed trolls escaped into the sunlight and Shurug-nin became a legendary figure. It is said she could not know defeat. But that was long ago and Lakindar must now be greatly changed. Let us see what has become of it. Yeah, I don't get my hopes up. Because you've seen this place filled with whites. Well, it's a wandering dwarf white. Maybe that explains why this place looks so similar to the entrance to Gundabad in Carbronach. At least it does to me. Yeah, and a little bit like Sundergrot as well. Which, of course, we have discovered Lakindar. This can't be a coincidence. The whites and shades here should be defeated in memory of Shurug-nin. Oh! And there is another quest for these dwarves. The Temámir of the once glorious dwarf mine of Lakindar walked the same halls in death as they did in life. Now referred to as the Quelling House, its unfortunate residents who were sacrificed to Varkush deserve to be addressed. Of course, we can also fight the shades, but we need the whites more than the shades, so might as well try to focus only on the whites. Freed from the demons of their unfortunate fates at the hands of Sauron's cruel priests, some of the whites of the Quelling House can finally rest in peace, thanks to your efforts. And I was just about to mention how grateful I am that, in the case of these particular whites, we don't need to fight both the bones and the spirit, like in Gundabad again. And in Thikil-Gundu and so many other places filled with dwarf whites. Thank God that this is not the case in here, because I hate whenever that happens. Over here, Garliff. Let me see. I mean, it's not the best angle for this kind of picture, but these stairs are so long that I don't think we can find a better angle.
After Shurug-nin freed the thralls of Lakindar, her name and legend spread throughout all the lands of Shagana.
Around that time, she was given a mighty sword of Elmake, Orthig, and she wielded it against the armies of the orcs that threatened to subjugate her people once again. Do you mind? I'm in the middle of some lore. Rahasi pauses thoughtfully. Yeah, me not so much. I have not given this much thought before now, Beriathan. Of what significance is it that Orthig was forged by the elves? From where did the sword come? Is it possible that Glorfindel may know some details of this legend unknown to my own people? He intended to go to Khanagur for his investigation into the Mudur. We should meet with him and see what he knows concerning Shurug-nin and the Blade Orthig. And get away from this friggin' place where you cannot have a peaceful conversation. Gonna be a quick chat with Glorfindel. But I want to get back to Khanagur as fast as I can, so... We have discovered the beast fields. Alright. Well, good to know. I was just trying to cut some of the road, but thank God. Fellow Gondorian over there. But I think my mount is definitely faster, yeah. Well, I think my mount's faster because I seem to be getting closer to him. Maybe it was just wishful thinking on my part. Well, not so far from Khanagur as I thought. It seems our mounts in the end are the same speed.
The Blade Orthig. That is a name I have not heard in some time.
Yes, it is known to me. During the war against Morgoth in the First Age, a great warrior of my own people sought a champion to stem the flow of orcs from the lands to the south. Her name was Maethriel, and she carried the deadly sword Orthig, Wraththorn. But she despaired, for the folk of the south were kept on the edge of starvation by cruel oppressors, and the spark of rebellion was snuffed out whatever it threatened to catch. Tidings from Beriathan of one disaster after another reached Maethriel despairing ears, and she knew she was nearly out of time. If she was to find a hero that could rally the people of Shagana against Morgoth, she had to find that hero soon. Find her she did, for word of Shurug-nin had begun to spread following the revolt at Lakindar. Maethriel gifted her the Blade Orthig, and together the two great heroes loosen the hold of the orcs upon the land and its people.
I am inspired to hear of this cooperation between elf champion and Shagani warrior Glorfindel.
Maethriel's blade Orothek would go on to greatness, for with it Shurug-nin would face the fearsome dragon Akisi and her terrible children on the shores of the lake of Idagal. It is said in song that the bones of the three dragons lay at the bottom of the lake for thousands of years. The dragon Akisi pursued Shurug-nin northward in rage, and both disappeared into legend. But what befell the elf Maethriel?
The tales of your people are not so different than those of mine, Rahazi.
For if you continue a story long enough, it often ends in sadness. Shurug-nin's fate is not known for certain, neither is that of Maethriel. Many and great are her deeds during the wars against Morgoth. It is said she stood fearlessly before one of his most terrifying serpents, a Balrog of legend, but what happened to her I cannot say. She vanishes from tale and song sometime before Akisi pursued her chosen champion northward. But let this not dampen your enthusiasm for cooperation between Elf and Shagani. Great are the deeds and many are the accomplishments they achieved together before they faded into the legend.
Some of the most inspiring songs end in sadness. Glorfindel need not apologize for it.
For the sake of Shurug-nin and Maethriel, I will fight on and not be intimidated by the strength of our foes. The Tartuth and the Rutugi warriors are not unassailable, and they knew defeat at Sabudamar. They will know it again, for I am the daughter of Girhasi, a proud warrior of the Dumuri, and I follow the example of great Shurug-nin who knew no fear. Okay. It seems... now we only need to take care of our errands on Jiret-menesh. To be done with Anne Sheru. God, I don't know, because after that then we go to Idagal. I mean, there seem to be plenty of quest hubs in Idagal anyway. 1, 2, 3, at least 4, so I'm hoping, yeah, there will be enough XP. I guess I maybe should stop worrying about that. I mean, I had the XP booster that I used the last time that helped us reach level 155. We're about to reach level 156, and maybe if we're able to do that before the end of today's episode by completing a couple of these quests, I don't think that's gonna be enough. What? Yeah, no, I think we need like 4, 5 quests before we reach level 156, but the thing is that we hit level 156 and then we can reforge our items. Our DPS is gonna go up again, and that will also be something good. What in the 7? Now the question is if we will earn the dwarf's trust and be allowed inside the mountain. I'm also curious about that. Well, there was some dwarven runes there that I didn't get the time to read. I'm not an expert on those runes anyway, so I don't think I could have read them even if I had taken the time. Somebody must already have that information available on the forums, I believe. You have discovered Jiret-menesh, and Completed reclaiming Ansheru. Confidence is now level 99. And we have a new deed as well. A guard is asking you to stop. Yeah, I will beat you with you in just a moment. So, scouting Ansheru, Gadim-ûn, Jiret-menesh, Kanagur. Yeah, I mean, it was not difficult. Now that I see it, Scout of Ansheru, you have explored the settlements, natural landmarks, and other places of note in Ansheru in great detail, and the threats and the treasure seeker. Oh boy, all these exploring deeds are so massive this time around. I don't know why.
Stop that! Who are you?
You are the merchant. What is your business? Before you can answer, the guard speaks to someone behind you. Mêshaget, back so soon? We expected you to be gone for quite a while.
A slight change of plans.
These are my new friends, Khagâmi and Beriathan. Khagâmi is from Zhenzâmin and represents one of their top officials, making my trip unnecessary. On my honor, they are not Ordakai spies. The guard chuckles and waves you through.
I must report to Chamelek Geta.
She is the Geta, the LOTRO of Jiret-menesh. Please, feel free to explore our community here on the surface. Should you feel restless for something to do, Misiku is the captain of our guard and would surely have a task to offer you. Alrighty. Yeah, let me get Stable Master and maybe see what we can do about Zhenzâmin and the emissaries of Mizari. You have found the grand entrance to Jiret-menesh. Boy, I think we will have our plate full by the time we finish exploring all this place. So maybe let's wait in here and we'll continue on the next one. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.